Hi, everybody. Welcome. My name is Teri. My channel is Holding Your Space, this channel, and welcome. So, thank you so much for being here today. This is an energy update that I'm doing, and it's actually for the next year. So, I kind of did a dive into what's coming in November, December, January, and then also what January 2026 looks like. So here we go. Um, the first thing that they're talking to us about is honoring ourselves. So that's been coming in with all our meditations, that honor yourself for where you are and who you are here today. So being on this planet at this time took special courage. And you coming in at this time, I remember coming in, they gave me visions of it coming into the planet. And everybody around me was saying, oh my God, she's going to go down there. Oh my God, she's going in. Oh my God, here she goes. And I remember diving in, and everybody's like, I can't believe she did that. Anyway, so it took a special purpose, a special strength to be here at this time. It's a really exciting time on the planet, and it's a time for great growth. So just remember that. Honor yourself. You're amazing. And the other thing that they're showing me with meditations is um, honor your inner child. Have some fun with it. Enjoy yourself while you're here. Bring out your joy. If you want to manifest, bring in joy. Um, excuse me, please. So, your powers are coming on like never before. A lot of you are awakening to new healing powers, new ways to manifest. You might remember something to do, whether it's healing or the Akashic records, something that you come online and start doing, you already know how to do it. So it's going to be huge for you. Um, there is a huge energy surge happening in the universe, on Earth right now. So it's your choice what you want to do with it. A lot of people are living in fear with it. And that's their choice too, and loving them where they're at with that fear. So, that's okay if that's how they want to be. But recognizing that you're an amazing being, you're divine, honor yourself, and know how you're going to handle that surge, that power surge that's coming on. So, are you going to tap into it? Are you going to manifest with it? Are you going to dance with it? Are you going to have fun with it? Or are you going to be fearful that, all the power grids go out? Be fearful of different things. And I'm not saying don't plan ahead, like always have some sort of a plan, whether it's have extra water, have extra food, as the power grids do go down around the planet, or anything that happens, have a backup plan somehow. So whether I've got food stored for a week or two for my family. I have water, a water filtration system. And the other day I made an order to my grocery store, and they accidentally sent me 2 cases of water. I didn't order that water, but I thought, okay, you know, okay, spirit team, I heard you. I got the water. So just know that it might be time to have some stuff. Where will you put this energy? It's spontaneous combustion or ascension. It's your choice. Which do you prefer? So it's time to kind of honor ourselves. Like you came here for a reason. Play with it. Have fun with it. Time to activate and flip the switch. So a lot of times they show me Archangel Michael's sword or Merlin's sword. But right now they're talking about the switch. Just flip the switch, like flip the channel, flip the story. What is your story? Who are you? And that comes in later. What do you want? And what brings you joy right now? So just acknowledging that. What would bring you joy if you flip the switch? Joy is an activation key. Remember that. Joy is an activation key. Use it. You will never lose it. and what's that old adage? Use it or lose it. How fear driven is that, right? I mean, that's crazy. You'll never lose it. You're always a divine being. They're showing me a lot of crystal skull activations. That seems to be a huge format coming forward, which in indigenous cultures all around the world, the crystal skulls are really something sacred and honored. And it's great that they came in right around um, Halloween with that as well, Hallowed Eve. So just watching that. Excuse me, goodness. They're talking about these crystal skulls coming in and activating crystalline energy. So not just your brain being activated, but everything in your body being activated. All systems go. So whether it's your respiratory system, your digestive system, your nervous system, everything is activated. Even your skin is activated. So play with that and use it. Okay. Some people, okay, so then I'm going into in different things that aren't so much about spirituality. So if you just wanted the spirituality part, there'll be more, but but it looks like I talked about some things also that are going on. Tanks are rolling over lands. An army attempts a coup. They didn't show me what country it was, and I really tried to look into that. Was it a desert country? Was it the US? Was it the Middle East? Was it Ukraine or Russia? They would not give me a land name. There is a blue wave in the US that comes in for next month and this month. It is going to bring forward these red snakes that try to come in to kind of, I don't know if they're going to steal things, but they're going to be a little devious. So these red snakes come in, but they cannot sustain the blue wave. The blue wave is too strong. They creep back into holes. So I think they might show their faces again later, but they're creeping back in for right now. Some people wake up on election day like they lost a year or a decade. Where was I? Is what they're telling themselves. They're gonna wake up on election day and things are gonna be completely different than they thought it would. So that's the energy that I see around that. These could be people that are MAGA. This could be Democrats. It doesn't matter. They're all people and they all have love in their hearts somewhere. So that social discourse and loving them where they're at, they're going to be bewildered and confused. So, but it's going to get better. It's going to get a lot better. Excuse me. The malcontent will always suffer. Find your harmony. So if you're looking at things and you're not satisfied with them, or you're spending all your energy thinking about, well, this could be better, that could be better. Well, yeah, you can put your energy there, but that's suffering. That's fear driven. That's scarcity driven. So find your harmony. Find what makes you joyous. Flip the switch to awareness. Joe will pass the torch to Kamala. She channels the ancient ones. They form around her, dragon energy. So I don't know if she's a dragon or not in her Chinese horoscopes, but she has a lot of dragon energy around her. The ancient ones come in with her. I think she has some indigenous blood somewhere. I don't know if that's African or Indian from the Vedas. So anyway, but she's definitely bringing that in. Indian as in India. Sorry. So Vedic. She's, Joe has been channeling for a long time. He's had this divine presence around him, getting him through this time, these past 4 years. And before he even came into office, he had that. But once he became the presidential, up for the election of the presidents, he was divinely channeling. There was a light that surged through him, and Kamala gets that. she gets that torch of light coming in for her. Um, so the ancient ones are, they've been coming in a lot lately. So all year they've been coming in, the ancient ones. The ground is waking up, the earth is waking up, and we are waking up to it, more importantly. So we feel them, and you can hear their heartbeat. I want you to be aware that this is something I didn't say earlier, and I meant to. There is a time right now where you're going to be seeing beyond the veil. You might see things in your room, nothing to be afraid of, and just tell spirit if you don't want to see things. You might hear things, but the veil is so thin right now, and so many people are seeing things and hearing things, hearing songs, singing things on, seeing numbers. You might see things on your phone. Turn on your phone at night. It's 11:59. Turn on your phone at night and see what's going on at midnight, maybe. So just look at it, watch it. Okay. As the switch flips, more light workers light. Children start using their voices. Young adults and under 40s have a stake in this. Okay, this is really, really important. So as we flip our switch and walk more in our light, the light around us wakes up. Also, you awaken to more people that are in your community that are similar. And whether that's your YouTube community or Instagram or Facebook, or perhaps it's the community that you live in. Children start using their voices. The kids today that are coming in are so in tune with this energy, and they're so aware of it, and they're so sensitive to it. So, sometimes we worry about them because they watch a lot of TV or they're on their screens a lot. Their brains are already hooked into the AI. Like, they've done this in other lifetimes, so they know how to work it. They are so attuned to the light as it comes in, and that's why a lot of them are on the spectrum. Also, young adults in the under 40s have a stake in this. I do see, and I wrote this and then 10 minutes later, I saw a thing where David Hogg has a group that he started, a political group for young people. And this is huge, you guys. This is what they were talking about. So this group is coming on, and it doesn't have to be just David's group, but there's going to be groups all around. Though David, I've been following quite closely for a long time. He is going to have a special purpose in this. And I don't know if you guys remember David Hogg, but he was the one that I think he was at Parkland, where they murdered all those kids, the high school. And he was one of the ones who went before Congress. He was with Black Lives Matters. He's been a huge proponent in getting help for people. And nobody's listening. Nobody in Congress is listening, are they? So they're not going to put up with it, these kids. Like, they're not going to let us ruin the earth. They're not going to let us do all sorts of different things. Another point here, ruining the earth. We can't ruin her. She'll kick us off before we do. So she is an entity, and she is a creator. She has created this planet, and she runs this planet. And, we've been kicked off this planet before, Atlantis, Lemuria, all sorts of different times. So different civilizations have fallen. This is our time in the light, and we're flipping the switch, and this time it is working. So I get a lot of confirmation from spirit that this is the time that this is working. Bring your inner child out to play. You are not what you see in the mirror. So what you see in your physical being, we wake up sometimes and we look at our face in the mirror and we think, oh, I thought you were 12 years old, Teri. I didn't know you were this age. What happened? And this body is nothing. This body is like just energy and motion. So we can control that as we want. But also, when we leave this body, that's when we go home. We are spirit. We are divine. We are energy. So we are consciousness. We are strength. We are powerful. We are joy. We are love. Um, whatever you want to do, and that's really important, is every morning saying your I ams, whether it's in meditation or just in the mirror, looking at yourself and seeing your light, knowing that you're a light worker, knowing that you are joyful, knowing that you're like a little kid ready to go have fun. Okay. Play with it. The more you feel and sense it, the more power it has. Doing this proclamation in the morning to yourself and honoring yourself. So, feel it. What does it feel like to be a little kid and to be spirit? How much fun do you have with that? Do you fly through the air dancing with angels and fae? Do you dive deep under the planet into the waters? What do you do? So sensing it, bringing in all your senses. What songs do you hear? What is the vibration of the planet? What is the vibration of your house? Listen to the birds, listen to the music. So bringing in all your senses helps you to awaken, and it also creates neural pathways in your brain. And this is a really important part of manifesting. And then thank the planet, thank yourself, honor yourself, thank yourself, live in that state of grace. Okay. Then we're going a little political, which I don't normally do, but I am reading around the energy of this. 45 has knowledge of this. He knows how to manifest. Most narcissists do. And, working with energy, the universe doesn't see energy as being bad or good. It's energy in motion. So use it. He is a master of creating, molding, casting energy in motion. There are many who understand this. So if you look at most billionaires, they know how to create. And I know he inherited a lot of it, but he also knows how to create different situations that he's created. He's definitely backed himself into a corner at this point, and his physical form won't be able to carry on, I don't believe, when I read the energy around his physical form, for very much longer at this pace. It's quite hard for him. And I think people that see his energy notice that it's draining and it's gotten shaky. The vibration of it isn't the same. So he's a master of creating, molding, casting energy in motion. And kind of look at little kids playing. He's like the bully on the playground, right? So, be the kid that stands up for justice on the playground. Have fun with it. There are many who understand this. We are not downtrodden. Do you find joy in the little things? Billionaires can be sadder than the poorest among us, reaching, grabbing. When the collective consciousness flips the dimensions, shift, many shifts in action, always. He has backed himself into a corner. His people will feel alienated and saddened. Others will catch the next train, always jumping. There will be people that come out of this smelling like maybe a little stinky, but eventually a rose, right? There's going to be people that know how to jump this timeline. But just recognizing that there's a lot of shifts going on right now, a lot of timeline shifts, dimension shifts. And which side do you want to be on? It's not that there's sides necessarily, but there's going to be different realities. That's a better way to put it. What is your reality? Be aware of where you want to align yourself. You want to align yourself with the light. You want to align yourself with joy. And I'm not saying that you can't be scared aligning with joy. Joy is not an emotion. Joy is a being, a state of being, ananda, bliss. Now, there are times that it's just okay to be scared. If you see something happening, or if you see, a car coming at you, yeah, you're going to be fearful. You can be fearful about the election. Just do not be tied to the outcome. When you are tied to the outcome of things, And I know that's easier to say than it is to do. But if you're tied to the outcome of things, then you are having a harder time being aware and being able to change the outcome. So, being that strength. Um, it's like I heard somebody talk about it recently and saying when you care too much as an empath about somebody's pain, you can't help them. So we have to be compassionate and 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 compassion for people. What they're feeling, what they're going through. Compassion for people that are on the other side of the political spectrum from us. This is their reality. This is what they believe. They're living in fear. Be compassionate for that, but also being strong enough to live our life and to help others and being there when they need it. So if we're too tied to the outcome of everything, we can't help. Okay. Others will catch the next train, always jumping. So, that's some people have 9 lives in Congress, right? There's going to be major news coming out. Something we depended on is no longer. This is things in motion. Do not be upset when you see it. Know we come out of this as a community much better off. Be the calm in the storm. They are not showing me as it's some sort of an institution. So major news, something's coming out that we've depended on. I don't know if this is, is this like the dollar? Is this Social Security? Is this, what is this that's coming out that we've depended on? It might just be a way of living that we've depended on, right? Something we've depended on is no longer. So this sets things in motion, and it's an important part of what's happening. This may not be this year. This might be next year, but this has been set in motion now. And it could be also that we are not alone, right? That the galactics show themselves. There's all sorts of different things that can happen. It could be the church. We recognize that the church is not what we thought it was. It can be so many different things. They are so not showing me what it is. So, but just knowing as a community, we are much better off without this, that this comes out. Get your scissors out. Get ready to clip, whatever that is, out. Get ready to go. Things are not as we see them. Keep a set of paints or markers to draw your new path. Sharpies are not permanent. So they were showing me Sharpies. You can get your Sharpie out and you can draw a permanent path, but your path is always changing. Energy is always in motion. So just be ready for that. Watch it, be aware of it. Oh, this was interesting. They said to buy several toothbrushes, pack a bag in case of emergencies, be ready to help others. So I thought that was really interesting. The family pack of toothbrushes, right? So maybe some of your family will need to come and help out and stay with you for a while. Maybe you'll need to go somewhere. Maybe there's something going on where you live, because there will be different changes around the earth. Perhaps one of the power grids go down during the winter, and you need to take people in. So just have that. Be ready. And it's not necessarily that it's going to be a bad thing, but you may have to move for a little while, or have people come stay. And this is sporadic. This is not as a collective. Honor yourselves. You come here to make changes and serve the collective. The collective includes those in prison of their own making. So I think you guys know who that is, right? It's number one, the prison system has to be renewed 100%. But then if you think of it as a metaphor, the prison of their own making. Whether they're a billionaire that thinks, oh my God, I have to raise prices for these little people, $9.99. So I'll give her name, Alexa, um, can give you extra music or something, or to get something on Netflix without commercials, $9.99. All these, they're always thinking of something, aren't they? So it's not fair. Okay, January 2025. This is what I'm seeing. When I went into the energy around it, lots of white snow. There is some turbulence, uneasiness, and yet there is justice. Madam Justice comes to power in someone. I don't know if that's Kamala or who that is. Shifts in the courts and Congress. Women and those underwater come to power. Underwater. This is interesting. Those underwater. I wonder if it's the people that have been left behind underwater. I wonder if it's perhaps they're talking about the indigenous. I think we've got a lot more indigenous running for Congress this year in politics than we ever have before. Could be talking about Puerto Rico. So, but those underwater come to power. That was a really powerful thing that they were talking about. And Madam Justice. So I think we know who that is. I think that's Kamala. But I also think it's other entities that either have a very female, in touch with their divine feminine, or perhaps they are female in this physical form. I don't see any golden toilets in the White House. You'll be happy to see. No. So I don't see any of those coming in. There's laughter, music, and new energy in the White House. Barack, Kamala, and Joe on stage together. So it's like there's this new energy coming in, and the arts, the sciences will be celebrated. Joe didn't entertain as much as Barack did. Like Barack and Michelle had so many great parties. And while he did entertain, he did great with what he was doing. So I feel like Kamala is going to set the house on fire. So, okay, Michelle is an advisor. Joe and Dr. Jill walk away for a blessed life. They'll still be around a little bit, but they have their own path now when they're done with this. And their path reminds me so much of the Carters when they left. And I see him being around for another good, maybe 20 years. Time is hard to tell, but I feel like either he packs enough into this life and then in the next 5 or 10 years to be like 20 years, but he's going to be doing stuff. So he's still, it's like they kind of walk into an enchanted realm. It's really very interesting. I am going to be really interested to see what they do. Jimmy C goes home, Jimmy Carter. So I feel like he's going home. Rosalind comes for her man. Their daughter is a mensch. I can't remember her name right now. Anyway, strong in the essence of the goddess around her. So I don't know if she's interested in politics, but she's going to be doing something very important. January 2025, new leadership comes into power. Some people are underground. So there might be a little turbulence here and there with those people that are underground. Oh, okay. Zelensky comes out as the miracle man in 2025. What was that play? The Music Man. So I see him marching, huge marches of people coming out for him. Like it's parades everywhere when the war is over. Parades, tanks, decorated with sunflowers. So it's going to be a beautiful time. He's coming to dance at the White House, he and his wife. There's a huge hole in the desert. I think this is the Middle East. So they're just showing me a cavernous hole. I don't know if that's a metaphor for something, whatever. We'll figure it out. January 2026. It's very quiet. People moving, becoming calm. Things aren't as bad as they could have been. See your growth. Helping hands all around the world. So I feel like something's going to happen in January 2026. Either it's a big blizzard because it's so quiet. And sometimes when I see a blizzard or heavy snow coming in or a big storm, it's that softness of the snow, right? The freshly fallen snow where you wake up and the cars aren't going, nobody's going to school. It's that beautiful quiet. You just hear the birds maybe. Okay. And helping hands all around the world. We're going to keep being given opportunities to help other people. And when we help other people, we don't ask them if they're a Democrat or a Republican or a Libertarian or the Green Party or, oh, golly gee, in the UK, they're, it begins with a C, the Conservatives. Okay. So, anyway, or Labor Party. So just watching that. We're given these opportunities to help other people, and that's going to continue. And that's going to build a steady trust around the planet. There are new mountains forming around the world. Africa is very important in this. Arkansas is very important in this. Arkansas has so much crystalline energy in it. And there's something really important happening there. And as well as the Southwest United States. Huge energy coming in. There will be a super blizzard of 2026. I don't know if that's a physical blizzard, but there's an energy of a blizzard coming in. The pyramids are in the news around the world. New information unfolds. So something about the pyramids coming to light, either in 2025 or 2026. A landslide in a hilly, mountainous area. A village or city is affected. So I do see that it's populated, this area, and this landslide. Earth changes continue occurring around the world. Energy is in constant motion, and this is a direct result of it. So if you come by my channel and we do meditations in the morning, and we usually go in, first we bring in our angels and our ancestors and our spirit teams and the energy of the earth and Father Sky, the divine feminine, divine masculine. When we go inside the earth, I always go into the tectonic plates now with that energy, that angelic energy, and just kind of softly feeling the movement and softening it. So, Earth's going to do what she wants to do. And science is science, and energy is there, man. It's part of science. So I'm just very soft with it. So, most benevolent outcome, right? So join me maybe either in meditation or when you go inside the earth in your visions and meditation, giving a lot of softness to those tectonic plates, softening them. So feeling the movement, but a very soft movement. All right. Well, touched on a little bit of politics, but not too much. Mostly remembering to flip your on and off switch when you're ready. Like flip the story. What is the story? You can flip it. It's the story that I can't afford to move, or I can't do this, or I can't do that. Or can you flip that and make it a different story? So now the other thing is, are you sorry about something that happened? Whether it happened to your child or somebody that you love. Do you look at them and do you see someone that's been injured, somebody that's been hurt? or do you flip the switch and see a divine being doing the best they can and really, really learning from the situation that they're in and growing? So we can also flip the switch on our relationships so easily and loving people where they're at, whether they're red, blue, green, white, black. There's so many different ways that we can love people where they're at, right? Okay, so that's about it. I will talk to y'all later. I didn't get to go on with Allie today, so I thought I'd do this. And we will see you later, Monday through Friday, 8:11 Central. You can come and meditate with us if you feel like it. Bye-bye. Namaste. Okay.